The Kingdom of Alba is now the Kingdom of Scotland, but not quite yet. The Duchy of Albany has been founded, finally, and approximately now-ish begins the painstaking work of building a feudal kingdom to rival those immediately to our south. Hello, Legion. This is Hadrian. Thank you for being here. Let's play some more Crusader Kings III in our Empire of Albion series, where we have just finished taking a few island territories to the northeast. And before I disband my current armies, I want to go ahead and just move them into position in Edinburgh together. Give them a chance to replenish slightly. We are involved in a war down here that we might be able to help with and potentially earn some money from, depending on how well it goes. So, since this kind of popped up in the middle of a bunch of other things last episode, it was honestly kind of nuts. It's worth taking a moment to kind of see what's going on. So, Bavaria, who we're allied with by marriage, has a claim on the Kingdom of East Francia. So they're trying to take over all of this, which if they succeed, and it looks like they're succeeding, then they're going to have considerably more territory to work with and considerably more levies. So this is actually quite a good outcome for us, all things considered, at least for the time being, with regard to just the fruitfulness of this alliance. We have this allied power over here. So this is Viennois. So down here, all of our armies need to replenish. And if we can get our armies down here while that war is still going, which is a big if, because it would involve some sailing and a good bit of marching. I don't know that there are that many enemy troops currently hanging out there. So if we showed up and started wrecking cities here, especially taking this capital, we might be able to get a lot of money. We might also get some prisoners that we'd be able to ransom, while also, just doing right by our allegiance. Because believe it or not, when you're an ally and you're called to a war like we were, if you just sort of say, yeah, sure, I'll come, and then you never show up, and you do that a few times, the game will hold you accountable for it. You can't just get away with that. So, I'm going to do what I can to be an ally in good faith from the beginning here. You can already tell that the army that I sent down to take care of the raiders last episode is replenishing a good bit, which is quite nice. Also, if I recall correctly, let me check. No. All right, so currently, Queen's 24, King is 33. Let's make sure that we've done everything we can. We have. Oh, I didn't realize. I didn't realize this. But Elizabeth, by the time she's of age, sir, she's going to be a little taller than you. She's going to be a little taller than you because little Elizabeth is actually a giant. At the moment, she's normal size, but she will not be before long. So let me go ahead, now that I've got this army completely reformed, we need to take a moment just to let them, well, do we? In a way, I kind of want to send them now. Let's see what happens. So if we sent them, yeah, they would pretty much go straight down to the coast of West Francia, march through West Francia, and when would they arrive? That's the question. So it'll be in 7 months' time. The war is likely to be over by then. Oh, nice. Pause. Learning lifestyle perk. This is very RPG-like in terms of your ability just to progress down a skill tree and eventually get an awesome perk as a result. Different faith opinion plus 15. Faith conversion cost minus 75%. That's not bad. Mental resilience. Time between mental breaks plus 3 years. Okay, so if you cross the stress threshold, remember there's 300 total stress points, and at each 100 you can reach a higher level of stress. Bad things happen. Hasn't happened yet. Constantine, thankfully, has had a relatively stressless life so far. We'll see what we can do to change that, or not change it, But this gives you a little bit more cushion in between when the game checks for those, in essence. Restraint would be, you can take the embrace celibacy and abandon celibacy decisions. Nah, let's not worry about that. Wash your hands. Reduced chance of contracting illnesses and reduced chance for courtiers to contract illnesses. Yeah, sure. That actually sounds like a good idea just as a protective measure. Looks like we can vassalize someone. Let's take a look here. Of Teviotdale. Oh, interesting. So we can vassalize this character because it looks like maybe... Okay, yeah, that's very interesting. It looks like what was left of Northumbria up here might have might have disintegrated. That's good news. And we may even be able to sway this other character that's currently ruling Lothian and vassalize him as well. So right now, who am I trying to sway? I'm trying to sway the Pope. so we could get money from him when we needed to. What if we tried to sway you instead? Oh, he's a child, so we actually can't yet. Really? Okay, so I have to send money directly, and I don't have enough money to send to a petty king right now. The amount of money you send as a gift is based on the level of the title. Any other ways to improve opinion? I mean, technically... Could we arrange a marriage, maybe? No, that doesn't really make sense. I think we have to have a direct family member in order for that to be valuable whatsoever, and we've already betrothed all of our current kids. All right. And it looks like we have a powerful vassal who wants a seat on the council, but he's just going to have to deal, because right now I am trying to make money and secure my dynasty's future. Lateral thinking. I round a corner to find Donald and my Archbishop Natfrake engaged in quite a debate. Not an argument, as far as I can tell, but rather a spirited exchange words of ideas. Donald, his eyes bright, is fervently contending some religious minutiae in great detail. Natfrake, to his credit, appears to be treating Donald as an equal despite their difference in years. Such eloquence, such wisdom. So Donald will gain the trait shrewd. Wow. So Donald's actually becoming a pretty awesome character. For the record, this doesn't always happen. This is by no means guaranteed. We're getting very lucky with his destined for greatness kind of approach. When it's time to change characters, when Constantine reaches the end of his life, Donald will be, at this point, a worthy king. And so far, he doesn't have a little brother to fight with, you know, with regard to... And when I say to fight with, I'm talking specifically over a fight. I'm talking about a fight over the claim. Okay. Pope Nicholas passed away, you can no longer swim. Well, that's a shame. So what can we do? Have we romanced? No, we haven't. Really? Only a 5% chance. Compassionate dislikes arbitrary. I mean, that's fair. So, just for the record, I'm trying to get closer to the Queen so that we actually have a legitimate, loving relationship for the remainder of our time together. And this doesn't bode well, because she's compassionate, specifically. Whereas Constantine is arbitrary. Oh no. Alright, well, we could seduce her. And they would at least gain the title of lover, which might make it easier to romance her. So let's just, I don't know, go straight for the loins first, I suppose, if that's what the game is making me do. Wasn't my first choice. Let the record state. Your child's learned language scheme invalidated. Oh, that's a shame. So apparently Donald was trying to learn that language from the Pope. Oh, what have we here? Invitation to a hunt. Okay. Let's go. So, what's this? Travel planning? Yes, I know about travel planning. I've done this. I could appoint a caravan master. Well, let's take a look at the route. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Okay, so the hunt's actually up there. And it seems like it might... Yeah, it makes sense to hire experienced captains. Now, there will be fewer dangers along the route. And I can afford that at the moment, just barely. So, okay. I don't have a caravan master yet, but I'm going to say, you know, let's join the hunt. We'll go for that prestige bonus as a result. Yeah, we are in debt now, unfortunately. And that's going to remain the case as long as my armies are raised. So let's see how that march is going. The war is pretty much won, so honestly, it's kind of been a waste of time. I might as well turn them around now, because what's going to happen... Yeah, let me just turn them around. A fresh start. I hope it goes well. Kind of as I do in Stellaris, if we start to get repeat events... Yeah, neighboring ruler, one more. Oh, Petty King Artgul has one against... Oh, wait. Okay, hold on. Wait, why won't you accept? Wait, I am not tribal? Because I adopted Scottish culture? So apparently it's now much harder for me to vassalize him. I mean, I could take his territory by force. It's not a problem. Happy to do it. Oh, this is interesting. Are we getting this option across the board now? Oh, it's because we're bankrupt. That's what it is. All right, we need to get our army turned around. Yeah, this war's going to end any second, so there's really no sense in sending them. Derelict ship. The sea is calm and forgiving today, still as a boulder, and powerful wind at our back to boot. It seems it'll be an easy day for the rowers below, but then I spot the mangled corpse of a ship buried nose first into some jagged rocks just ahead. There doesn't appear to be... These seagulls are so freaking distracting. Shut up. I can't hear myself talk. There doesn't appear to be any survivors, and the rocks would be no trivial thing to navigate, yet I feel compelled to go and investigate this mysterious wreck. Alright, so we might find something of value. There's a 60% chance of that, and then we'd gain 150 prestige. Oh my god, make them shut up. Oh, we actually did get something. A masterwork trinket. Extra stewardship per stress level. Okay, I'm gonna... You know what? I'm gonna just skip... I'm sorry. I had to stop the noise. Let's take a look at what we just picked up. As much as I wanted to read that, that was a whole heck of a lot. So this actually improves domain taxes by 2%, flat rate. And then for each stress level that we have, funny that we were talking about that earlier, nice, we gain 1 point of stewardship. And if we were to choose stewardship as our lifestyle, that skill tree that we work through, we would actually gain 5 more experience in it. All right. Lucky Anglo-Saxon coin. All right. I'm surprised this war hasn't been concluded yet. I'm not quite sure what's going on there. Right as I said it. All right. Unfortunately, I didn't get to help in that. I'm going to go ahead and say disband all. It'll take a moment for some of those... Why am I suddenly negative 27 in debt? I feel like I wasn't that much in debt. Interesting. So, there is a duchy title that I can create as well now that I control some of these territories. So I can be the Duke of the Northern Isles, which is pretty nice. So it's literally these 3 counties. They form a duchy together. And because I control 2 of them now, the game is giving me the option to declare myself that particular duke. I'm not going to yet, but that will be a way to gain prestige in the future. Right now, I just need to make some more money. Because this is not ideal. Do we have a better steward than Dristan at the moment? We do, actually. But Dristan would not like it if I fired him. And 16 is not bad. He's a good steward. He's just not great, you know. He's just not awesome. Oh, wow. We have a potentially much better... That's very interesting. So he controls that territory there. You see that highlighting? That's his. So I don't necessarily want to make him mad. His opinion of me is already not great. All right. What we need to do is just let some time pass. The Queen is pregnant. I have checked my gear and horse many times. It won't be long now. Soon. Looks like we're seeking a stag. So it's not going to be a particularly prestigious hunt from what I'm seeing, but that's fine. Okay, so different ways of making money right now. Looks like I found tracks. Slightly increases the experience toward the hunter trait, and our success chance for the hunt increases slightly. Not bad. We're already taxing the realm. There could be an event that fires that gives me money. Our plans were for naught. The beast sensed our trap by wind or connivance and refused to be led into our ambush by the flushers. At last, it slipped their clutches entirely, disappearing into the swamplands. Clever thing. Yeah, let's leave this behind for now. That didn't work out too well. We did lose some stress because we're a hunter, so that was good. We also gained prestige, and we gained the trait hunter for the first time. So that's extra prowess. And now we will return following this route. I would rather have earned some money, though, just saying. That would have been preferable. Yeah, we don't have any gold. We're in debt. I know, believe me. I would love to vassalize some of these people. Okay. Thank God I can go inside again. Alright, so it looks like we can negotiate an alliance with Donald. Let's go ahead and accept that. We gained some lifestyle experience by visiting the capital, which, you know, I guess we gained lifestyle experience by going back home. Faction created against you? Really? Alright, so we've got a couple of peasant rabbles that are forming. This one's too weak to send an ultimatum. This one, however... Yeah, this is the one that formed before. I think this mainly is a result of the fact that we changed culture. Oh. Looks like there's an Italian claim on the Kingdom of East Francia. And so, since we're allied to East Francia, specifically... now that it's been taken over by Bavaria. Alright, so that's not ideal, because I'm trying to... Let's take a look at this. We could get down there and earn some money, but at this point I'm already in debt. It looks like the war has actually not started off particularly well either. They're 12% in the hole already. Sophia learned the Doyle vulgar language through observation. Nice. Sophia continues to get stronger. I admit this has to do with our seduction arrangements, so to speak. I have been made aware that Queen Ermintrude is very close to her mother Ermintrude. Gaining her favor might help me catch Ermintrude's attention. I will get Ermintrude whatever she asks for. So this would mean giving an honorable lackey with intrigue-based education a hook over me. And the scheme to seduce the queen and formally become her lover would improve by 15% success chance. Like, that would happen. Whereas in this case, we could pay 50 gold, which I don't have, in order for her to gain opinion, and there's a 50% chance that we might gain budding interest. Or we can say, this does not seem right. So we can give her a weak hook on me. You know what? Fine. Fine. I'll just go schmooze with her mom. The next time we meet, Ermintrude offers me a wider smile than usual. My mother Ermintrude told me of how you helped her, and I wanted her to offer my thanks. Or I wanted to offer my thanks. Anything for a mother of Ermintrude's. Ooh. Speaking of little brothers, that just changed. Thomas. As a little brother to Donald. Now, we do need to educate these kids. I would like to raise Thomas myself as quickly as possible. So one thing I need to do... Who are my current wards? Yeah, Sophia. Tell you what. Let's go ahead and remove ourselves as Guardian of Sophia. We will have the Queen take over there. And we will educate the boy. And the main reason for that is that if he's going to be a ruler anywhere, even if he's not going to be king, because Donald is in good shape to be the next king at the moment, we want him to be ready. Okay. I'm concerned about this war. If I raise my armies again, I cannot afford the amount of debt I'll go into. I need more money right now as opposed to less. Raid or trade visitors from afar. The raiders of Yarkyote are a fearsome bunch, enough that I'm often thankful we count on each other as cautious friends rather than bloody enemies. One of the more vicious of his minor terrors counted among their number is Starcore, a reaver of no small repute. Oh, wait. I'm not sure how that would be pronounced. I'll have to look that up later. When he asked... It might be Starcaor. That might be what it is. Or something close to that. When he asked for an audience, I was half expecting an assassination attempt, but I'm pleasantly surprised to find the ambitious young warrior wishes to offer his services. That's interesting. And he is pretty awesome. So he's a Viking, skilled tactician, wrathful, diligent, and ambitious, 18 prowess, or we can say begone bandit and gain prestige. He's a great character. I'm going to say yeah. Let's do that. Absolutely. And now what we can do, because we've needed to appoint a successor for this particular... And interestingly enough, I think the leader of the Knights of Edinburgh is already... Yeah, he's already Norse. So in a lot of ways, this makes sense. I don't think it's quite registered that he's in my court yet. Alright, looks like a dangerous faction. Has enough military power, so we will have a peasant rabble rebellion before long. A strapping youngster. It occurs to me, as I watch Donald practicing sword strokes in the courtyard, that he really is developing into quite the physical specimen. Although another stroke hisses through the air, Donald following through with poise and determination, I shudder to imagine what it would be like to be on the end of such a blow. But a small part of me wonders whether such a focus on power is truly beneficial. You could say, excellent swing, keep going, and he will gain the trait strong. Holy crap, this is really good. His prowess would be increased by 2. His prowess is already at 10. Yeah, excellent swing, keep going. A reading in the tribe of Edinburgh. The celebrations have come to an end and the evening's entertainment seemed to be over when Queen Ermentrude suggested a reading. A clerk soon arrives, wondering what the guests would like to hear, and I see my chance to impress Ermentrude. So, she's an honorable empath. So she's very compassionate and significantly more likely to not harm others, release prisoners, promote cultural acceptance, let people marry for love, and make friends. They will almost never murder, execute, or torture other characters and are much less willing to use hostages as pawns. She is compassionate. She is gregarious. She's lustful, which is why we married her. And now we have to choose something that kind of aligns with that, hopefully, maybe. So, compassionate, gregarious, lustful. And also, in terms of education, she's been educated in terms of being, in terms of stewardship. So in terms of like ruling the realm and like watching the purse strings, so to speak. So something pious like the small book on theism, I don't know. I kind of feel like Let's Be Entertained would be the... I mean, none of these are great matches. This is like the best of the 3. Let's Be Entertained, East of Indus. As the clerk reads for us, Ermentrude seemed completely engrossed. She later approaches me. Good choice, Constantine. Hell yeah, she says, and gives me a warm smile. It was great, wasn't it? So we've gained smoldering chemistry, and the scheme success chance to seduce the queen has improved by 20%. So that's a thing that's happening. Meanwhile, we're still in debt. I would love to help with this war. It'd be a good way to make money. But I can't afford to raise my armies right now. I need to try and vassalize some of these people to the south, and as long as I'm in debt, I can't. Okay, so we have an event here. I find my daughter Sophia sitting on the floor surrounded by spilled paint and pieces of canvas for the 3rd time this month. My courtiers whisper about her being an artistic genius in the making, but the servants complain about scrubbing the floors free of paint in the wake of her inspirations. Her genius will be nurtured. Hell yeah, it will. All right, let's pause for just a second because I want to make sure that what I was looking at earlier is actually possible, because it should be. I can't imagine that it wouldn't be. What's the deal here? Yeah, so he is a knight. I would be able to appoint him, right? So why... Highest held title is less or equal to barony rank. Prowess is 8 or above. At least one of these. Brave, Berserker, Reckless. Oh, he's not brave. He's wrathful. That's what it is. Even while I was looking at it earlier, in my head, I was thinking of the fist pounding the table, just to show you what I'm talking about. So you can see this. So here's Starker. I was thinking of this one as brave, but brave is the lion. So that's a different personality trait, obviously, so we can't appoint him, unfortunately. Man, that's a really, really nice champion right there, but we don't have the money to recruit him. We are about to be out of debt, though, so there's that. And that should enable me to vassalize some of these powers. The Sting of Rejection. What? You are a perceptive man, Constantine, but I do not like you that way. What? Says Queen Ermintrude and gets more and more upset. Only God knows what the future might hold for us. Oh, yes, of course. So, apparently, despite the fact that we had smoldering chemistry, the Queen really does not like the fact that Constantine is arbitrary. Oh, okay, well, maybe we'll try again sometime. You know? We won't be able to for a while. But we are officially out of debt momentarily. Greetings, my liege. Your son, Donald, has taken great interest in my work as your steward as of late. If you were to graciously allow me to spend some time with the young man, he is sure to learn quite a few things about doing sums and administering land and wealth. Okay, so we can run an intrigue challenge against Dristan. 76% chance the tutoring continues uninterrupted. 23% chance that he might have to take action. Or that I might have to take action. You know what? Let's do it. Concerning tutelage. Despite strict scrutiny, Dristan, my spy, was able... Strict scrutiny into Dristan, my spy was unable to find anything that might persuade me to believe that his intentions are nothing but pure. He seems truly interested only in helping my son become a better ruler. Okay, so at least we don't get a hook this way. Allow Dristan to continue with the tutoring. Let's see what this is. We have another hunt. Okay, so that's a much easier trip. Let's go ahead and join that. We are not going to hire experienced captains. We're actually going to travel... I don't know. Maybe it was when I hired the experienced captains the first time earlier this episode that my debt grew farther than that. But before I actually... I don't know. I've just gotten out of debt. Fine. Join the hunt. But before I do anything, let's see if we can do some vassalizing now. Potentially. Maybe. Oh my god, it's so close. I am his rightful liege. Dang straight. So, if I improved my powerful vassal's opinion of me, which I could do if I focused the Chancellor on domestic affairs. That might help. Believe it or not. But also independent rulers, which those two currently are, would lose a bonus. So, I don't know. I kind of get the sense that it's 6 of one, half a dozen of the other, so to speak. A fresh start. I hope it goes well. Alright, so you can see the king traveling about. A duel demanded. An imposing man is standing on the road in front of us. I am Onlaf of Falkirk. I have bested dozens of men in combat, and honestly, all those fights were dull. So here I am on this road looking for someone better than me, someone I can learn from. If you can best me in combat, I will become valuable and loyal servant. And so on this day, I demand to meet one of you in a fair fight. So we can have our bodyguard, Martin. We can say, I have no interest in either you or a fair fight, and just trample him. It would be delayed by 30 days. Okay, so we could choose the option that involves fighting him, but he's actually a good fighter. I'm not. Constantine II has a prowess of 7, if you want to know what number I'm looking at there. So that's his fighting skill. This guy has a prowess of 16, okay? So, not looking like the wisest choice for us to fight him directly. So, Martin is also 16, so this would be a 50-50 chance. Martin will show you how it's done. Martin wins the fight. Onlaf Bello gains the trait Wounded. Our road takes us through the treacherous parts of Clackmannan. While I scan for dangers ahead, a rustling bush grabs my attention. Could it be a wild animal? As I brace myself for impact, Onlaf jumps out of the bush instead, holding a plant. This is the dude I just... Oh my god. The shenanigans are so real. You scared me, Onlaf. Anyway, let me see what you have there. Some kind of fruit, I exclaim. Yes, it looks and smells so delicious. I wonder what it tastes like. Maybe I'll just take a little bite, he says. Only because we're arbitrary, I can lose stress by saying only if I can try it first. So it might give me a stomach ache, which will give me a prowess penalty and a health penalty. It might actually give me learning lifestyle experience, or it might be unknown plant bliss for 5 years. Oh my god. Only if I, let's play to his personality. Only if I can try it first. It's a harmless plant after all. Concerning tutelage. Something is not right. I allowed my steward Dristan to help tutor my son. Would learn something about rulership. Okay, the writing in some of these events is throwing me off a lot for reasons that are hopefully clear. However, it seems like he is more interested in teaching him how to question and disapprove of my every decision. How could he do this to me? So it seemed like, even though we investigated it, like, nothing really... And nothing came of those investigations. There's still something shady going on. Well then. Alright, so we can now vassalize Teviotdale. I'm going to give him low feudal obligations to begin with. Alright, so we're able to do that simply because he's weak enough relative to me that, like, he's just willing to surrender completely, in essence. Alright, so we've arrived at the hunt soon. I accept your gracious offer of vassalization, my liege. Alright. So it looks like the war ended with a white peace. Yeah, I knew I wasn't going to be able to join that. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. Alright, so let's close the hunt for now. And let things continue on. Alright, so right now our focus is on recreation through the hunt, which it has been. Every time you go on a particular hunt, or when you go to a feast, you can say what you want your intent to be. And right now I've just been trying to build hunting experience, build prestige. I don't have a more specific aim just yet. It's all about building the dynasty at the moment. The party is called to assemble as dawn breaks over the camp in the flatlands near Athol. With any luck, we'll find a wedge of geese, and our falcons will have great sport. Let's get out there. My falcon takes a perch and keenly spies across the landscape. In a flash, the bird descends upon something and turns to a frenzy once it has reached its prey. It pecks and claws at something on the ground, though I can't see what. I hurry over to the frantic, screeching falcon and find it hawing, not over a dead beast, but a small collection of coins and trinkets. The value doesn't seem to be too extravagant, and I'm sure I wouldn't be able to find the original owner even if I wanted to. A fine find, my feathered friend. So 50 gold, nice. And 8 stress. Okay, so something interesting has happened here. Your realm will lose land if the Earl dies. I'm guessing... So, yeah, we have now basically vassalized him, but something is amiss. He's the Earl of Teviotdale. He has a pressed claim to the petty kingdom of Lothian. So is he the current heir to the title? He might be. Let's have a look. He's second in line. No, he's actually... Yeah, he's first in line to it. So if the petty king, Oswulf, were to die, that would be bad news bears for me, because then the character I just vassalized would become the petty king of this territory. I could offset this by vassalizing this guy. I don't know that I'm going to be able to do that, but it looks like the opportunity is getting closer. It's just because he's a kid, I can't sway him directly, so I have to use other means whenever they pop up, and so far... yeah. So far, there's just not a lot in the way of options, but hopefully that'll change. We have money again, which is lovely. So next time we get called to a war, I can actually fight. Okay, well, we're at the 35-minute mark. I'm going to go ahead and stop this one here. In the next episode, we'll probably start thinking about ways that I can take some of this territory by force. I might also go ahead and take care of this last island. Again, this particular duchy is the Northern Isles. If we look at the duchy map, you can see that they're separated in their own little collection. And so if we were to take all three, that would give us, I mean, we can already form the duchy, which would give us a right, a claim, a casus belli to attack this particular island. But we'll hold off on that for now because we can probably just take it by force and then form the duchy afterward. We will need probably 125 gold, like we did with the Duchy of Albany, to form that particular duchy as well. And that'll help with the opinions of these characters, but at that point, I think I will be a triple duke, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I will have two. Right now, I have 2 duchy titles, which is the most that you can have. Once I have a 3rd duchy title, I'm going to have to give one of them away, which I'm planning to. Remember that we want Donald to be a duke, but so far, he hasn't actually come of age. That's very soon, though. That's going to happen next episode as well. It's pretty much right around the corner. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to follow along. If you're not new here, look for the join button to get access to channel unique emotes, badges, and other perks. New episodes drop every day but Tuesday at 11 a.m. US Eastern Time, and comments are always welcome, so leave your thoughts below, and I'll see you next time.